Hi, how are you? Hello. Hi, Steph. Hi, T. Hi, Cindy. I'm so cold, like literally. I'm still dressed and I've put a dressing gown over the top because I'm so cold. I went out to get my eyebrows sorted and my new nails. I now have nails. Hi, Ali. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Angela. I'm okay. I'm okay today. I'm just glad that I've sort of made that decision just to ignore, you know, which makes me feel better. I'm glad that. How is everybody else on this shitey Thursday morning? Because it's going to be morning with most of you guys. I'm guessing dead early, actually. What time is it with you guys? Hi, Colleen. I don't know why your comment only just popped up and it's way up. Yeah, I just think just coming to the realization is of not being able to change people's minds about you. They are who they are, and it is what it is. So, hi, Bubba. How are you? So I really couldn't care less, like, you know. So I just think let them carry on. I can't change their mind about me, and I'm okay with that. I missed yesterday and you took it down. Yeah, only because somebody, mentioning no names, was going to report it because of something I said or something you guys said and I repeated. It's 9:30, almost 8:30 here, 9:20 here, 9:22, 7:22, 13. Oh, you're an hour ahead of me, Miranda. That would make sense, actually, of where you live. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, it's 14:23 here, so nearly 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, it does. It makes it easier, and I'm just like, I can't change their mind. I'm okay with that. Just let them carry on. So. Yeah, but I had to take it down. It wasn't worth being struck for. They were trying to mass report it. And to be honest, what I said, I didn't realise it was that big a deal, to be honest. But apparently it is. I checked. So it was just delete it and just be done with it rather than reporting it. Because they're just going to try anything to take the channel down and stop us having our little conflabs and how a little much, but it's just crazy. That sucks. Yeah, it does. There wasn't really that much on there either, to be honest. It was literally just normal crap. It was just us talking. We were talking about like people liking KJ and people liking Uni, people liking Steve, and we were all saying there's enough room for everyone. We were saying it's fine to like KJ. You know, we've spoken, like my thoughts on KJ goes way back than just this little mess that's been going on right now. But I get it. Everyone's allowed to like who they want to like. I think there are random people out there that are stirring the pot. I agree. Yeah, your and mine time is easy to watch. Yeah, because there's only 1 hour between us. Andy. Hi, Heath. Heath? Is that Heath? Yeah, so it just wasn't worth keeping it up for them to mass report. I didn't want any strikes on my channel. I already had one, which the 90 days is over now, I think. I don't think people really like KJ, but watch for the bullshit. People actually do like her tea. Honestly, people actually do like her and like her content, which is super fine. Hi, Jane. You know, it is super fine. People do like her, and that's fine. And they don't know all the stuff either. And if that's what they like, that's absolutely fine. I know a few of you guys like watching Uni. A few of you guys like watching Steve. And like, you all wouldn't like everything that I like on YouTube, you know? No audio or just me? I think it's just you, Jane. Try the button, babe. Try turning the media part up. Yeah, it's just not, it really isn't worth it. It really isn't. Fixed it. Yay. Welcome. Yeah, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth sleepless nights. It's not worth my friends being abused. It's not worth like people who talk to me getting berated, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And I can't change these people's mind about me. So I don't intend to try anymore. We'll just do what we do on the channel. We'll just do cards and chit chat about whatever we're feeling at the time. And it's good that we don't have to. Leslie's 90 days ends on the 27th of February, I think, starting on the 28th of November. Yeah, I think it's towards the end. I can't remember exactly what date, but it is towards the end, Miranda, yeah. And then Leslie will be back, which will be fab. Do you know what I mean? Because then she'll be doing all the Team Mom stuff, and she's going to be doing some other stuff, which is going to be super interesting, guys. Super interesting. You're all going to love it. It's going to be really, really fun. Hi, April. Yeah, you're literally gonna love it. That's why I watch her sometimes live. It's live because of the chat. Yeah. 25th. My hubby's birthday. That's how you remembered. Yeah. So I can't wait for her to come back and do get lots of Team Mum gossip going. Because Team Mum should be starting in February, shouldn't it? I don't know which date though. Amzi did check for me actually, and it didn't have an air date yet. So I'm guessing that's going to be the end of February. Because by now, if it was the beginning, they would have had an air date out. So it'd be interesting to watch that. Her IG live was so much fun last night. Yeah, I did watch it when I woke up this morning. Well, actually, I went and got my eyebrows and nails done, and then I watched it when I got back. Yeah, everyone misses her so much. Everyone does. It's because she's just so lovable. No, it's there, love. If you keep pressing it from the first one and go to the second one, Cindy, it's there. If you want it. 48. I hope she covers stories of people get falsely arrested. But that's what she's interested in doing. So yeah, that's what she is interested in doing, freedom. And like just other things that are around that sort of area. And she'll make it fun as normal. Because that's what all their chats are about, is uplifting and fun and, you know. Okay, I will watch it after this. Thanks, Joe. You're welcome, love. If you just tap the screen, it'll go over until the next one, and then the next one has got like 2 bits at the top. The first one was from the other night, and the second one is one from last night, so you don't miss it. So you haven't missed it. I've gone down the rabbit hole of stories. Oh yeah, some of the stories on their Freedom. Oh my goodness. And it's scary, like so scary. It is really scary. I've done the same. I didn't go so much down the rabbit hole. I stopped myself before I got to that point. But it's so easily done that you can literally just sort of go into that and just not stop. But yeah, I started reading some of them, and some of them were fascinating. So it'd be good if Leslie can do some of those, because that would be great. Sorry, I read a crap ton of stories before she was arrested, which is why I totally understood what she said, and it happens way too often. I agree. It really does. It happens so much. There was one, I can't remember now, but it was on, like, people were sharing it, and she got, what's the word called? Swatted or something? It was something like that, swatted. And she was like so upset. She was an older lady as well, and she was like breaking her heart. She was so sad, and she was literally like, what the hell, like I could have shot you. And oh my, it broke my heart listening, because you could hear in her voice the fear that was going with it. I'm blocked on KJ's instant. Swatted. Thanks, T. I knew it was something like that. I couldn't remember what it was called. You're not missing Think Only clickbait now. Shocking. Yeah, I've never even heard of it until Amzi said about it, and I'd never heard that term before. So I went and looked it up on what it meant. And Amzi did like help out, like she told me what it meant and what it is and stuff. And then I went and researched myself as well, and that sort of took me into a rabbit hole. That did, the whole like swatting thing, and it was like, holy shit, how many times it happens is so scary. And it seems to happen more in the US than it does in the UK. Yeah, Amzi did do a video on it. She did good. Swatting is a federal crime now in the US. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, you were talking about my audio wasn't working. We were just on about, Freedom was on about that she'd gone down the rabbit hole with people being falsely arrested. And so we were just kind of on that, really. And on about what Amzi did, the video on swatting or swatted. And Holy Speckle was just saying that swatting is a federal crime now in the US, which I didn't know actually. So I appreciate that information, because I didn't know that. I was reading about it, and it was saying that it doesn't happen very often in the UK, but in the US it happens quite often, that people get pissed off with somebody and they'll like say, oh my god, they're dealing drugs, or they're beating their kids, or you know, that kind of thing, to try and make the go in full force. I'd never heard it before even. No, I really hadn't. A lady came out here close to me, was arrested for having a bag of her grandkids' candy canes in the car. It was tested positive for meth, and she did time in jail. It was bananas. Holy moly. As you all know, I have a severe allergy to nuts, and I have to carry around, let me show you. Let me just show you what I can. So I have to carry around this, which is EpiPen. So basically, I'm not going to do it. You have to push that off and then stab yourself with this EpiPen. What is in here, if like they swabbed it, would come up with oh, what was it? Amphetamines, I believe. I can't remember what it is. I think they said amphetamines, but it's got like a tiny needle up there. And as soon as you take that off, you stab yourself. But I have to carry that around with me wherever I go because of the nut allergy. But that literally swabs. I can't remember what it was. I have to double check. I think it was amphetamines or something like that. A dog was killed in one of the incidents. Oh no. Like I told Leslie, if her kids were there, she might not have been arrested. I don't know. It's just that I have to keep one for my son. Yeah, it's well, it saves my life obviously because I have a severe allergy.
MDA?
What?
I think it's like an MDA.
Oh, MDA. I don't know what's that. What is MDA?
Oh, I'm not saying it.
Like meth or something. Apparently, if you swipe this, it would come up with like meth. Adrenaline, yeah.
Not meth.
Well, it comes up with some drug, whatever it is. Yeah, mine's a nut allergy, so if I eat anything with nuts, my face swells up, my throat closes, I can't breathe, I turn blue, and it's never pretty. Hence why I carry a bunch of EpiPens around with me. Did you ever have to use an EpiPen? All the time. Because I'm really bad. I'm much better now than I was. But I've had to use them a bunch of times. I'm more careful now, and I can smell nuts a mile off as well. So I'm more careful. But things that get me normally is like curry and stuff like that. I don't check. I don't think. So I'm like, ooh. Yeah. Hi, honey. So recently one of Steve's town characters were threatening and unwilling to condone sending threats to Steve's cult members because I think it's fucked. No one gets the threat. It's not okay. I agree. Nobody should be getting any damn threats. It's beyond a joke. Have you ever eaten nuts? No, I've always been allergic, so I don't know what I'm missing, so it's never been a thing for me. We don't keep nuts in the house. Carl does now and again want to have some nuts because he's obviously not allergic, but he knows he has to brush his teeth, mouthwash, wash his hands, wash his face before he can do it. Yeah, nobody here would ever do anything like that. And most people here like Moon and like everyone else. Condone, not condone. I knew what you meant, mate. Yeah, it is scary, but my cousin's daughter has the same. She's allergic to walnuts. I believe has a strong allergy to walnuts. Mine's more, I do have allergic to walnuts. Mine's more peanuts and I can't remember the other one. It might be walnuts actually. Mine's peanuts mostly. I know that like peanuts are oh god. The only nuts in this house is Carl. That's true. That is true. But he loves nuts and I feel so bad because like we don't keep nuts in the house. He's like at Christmas I think he did have some. He had like some little packets. But it's such a hassle for him because he has to wash his hands, wash his face, and especially that he's got a beard, so he has to make sure all of that is like out. I didn't even know more, but seems dramatic. Hi Joe and chat. I've been off social media for 6 days. What have I missed? Well, Charlotte, you've missed a shit show. Congratulations. You've missed everything, so that's awesome. Hi Stace. Yay, you made it. Woohoo. Charlotte, you missed a lot, babe. Did you get to see any of the Kyle interview? I did. I didn't watch it all, I must admit, although it wasn't as like as normal uni interviews. So as his normal streams because I'm too old. I can't be dealing with that bloody noise. So, but I did watch, I think I probably watched most of it, maybe 70% of it. And I kind of, although, right, I'm gonna be honest here. I do believe Kyle is a shitty person for not paying Steve. Steve did a job. He deserved to be paid for it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, although I don't like Steve, and I think he's a shitty person, I think that he did a job for the things that he did. He should have got paid for. Do I think it was $30,000? No. But that's irrelevant. He should have been paid for what he done. However, after hearing Kyle's side of the story, I kind of understand a lot more. I kind of get it. I kind of like hearing what he was saying, and I'm like, actually, that makes sense. That's still not condoning him not paying, though. I still feel, though, that he should have paid Steve for the money owed. Does that make sense? Exactly. And that again was like why would somebody want cash? That's dodgy as well. So I do understand where Kyle's coming from and why Kyle would not want to give him cash. Obviously Kyle would need a receipt and stuff for tax purposes, but I still think that irrelevant to what Steve said, he should have just put it into Steve's PayPal or put it into Steve's bank or sent him a check or done something. I don't know whether like checks even still the bank nowadays. Charlotte, too much. There was not enough minutes in a day to cover it all. I think it's shitty that Uni is taking Kyle's side. It wasn't, Charlotte, you should watch it actually. It wasn't so much of a, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought Uni was going to be a lot more like licking Kyle's butt. But I do think that Kyle should pay Steve for the work he done. I think that's you know, if any single one of us went and done a job, whatever the job was be, whether it's cleaning somebody's windows, cleaning somebody's oven, or whether it's putting up a new garden, a new fence, we all expect to be paid for the job that we're doing. So on that part, I can't really condone him not paying him, but I get that he doesn't want to be paying someone cash either. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you want cash? Uni is taking KJ's side, and why are you surprised, Charlotte? Well, yeah, I agree on that one. I think it's just at this point with Uni and Steve, this is going to carry on. This is going to go back and forth now for probably the next 6 years. You know, Steve's going to say something, Uni's going to, and it's going to be a constant like this back and forth between them. I've missed some of it. I'm trying to keep up. I made a start taking care of my dad recently. He has the big C word in his thyroid and possibly one lung. I can't say that word. April, I'm so sorry. My mum had that. And that's what my mum passed for. If you need somebody to talk to, come and inbox me, DM me, wherever you need. I'll help you through. There's also Facebook groups for that, for carers, which I found an absolute godsend. If you're interested in that, I can send you the links and stuff. I find it interesting as the legal partnership document wasn't signed. Why would anyone get into business with somebody without it? Well, yeah, and he kind of did explain that, and what he said, the only bit of that thing with Kyle, which actually made me reflect a little bit, was Kyle stated if Steve was 50-50 partnership, why didn't, when the non sequitur went down the chute, why did Steve not have a successful YouTube channel? Why didn't he start doing the non-sec, like? I know I literally changed it just now, I realised. And it makes sense, like if he knew and he was 50-50 within this partnership, why not take like take it over and do it on like the Steve McGray on the Great Debate or something. So that was a bit thing, but I'm still not gonna slide from the he should have paid him the money. That's kind of my hi Texas. Who does anyone's 6-hour stream and start the cliff notes? I can't. I only watched that one because I was obviously interested, but I can't normally watch his lives. I'm too old. The noise goes through my head and it just gives me a headache, and all this music, and he goes really loud, then he goes really quiet, then really loud. It's too much. Did you change? Yeah, I I'm so funny. Like literally, it's because I had my nails redone, so they're still a little bit. I'm still like this. It's easy 50% show he was on. It was 50% of the show he was on, not everything. Yeah. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I must have missed that one, B. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I get it. Thank you, Joe. Yes, I'd be interested in a group with friends on Facebook. Yes, babe. I will find everything and send it to you, babe. I'm in there as well because I found it so. It was really helpful to me when like mum was going through something. I would write in there like, you know, blah 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 blah. Can anyone help me? And I would get lots of back. So then I would be like, okay, it's normal, you know, and I wouldn't stress myself. He has no idea how to do the things Kyle was doing, and that's my point, Bees. That's if he and what Kyle said on that bit. And I will admit I didn't watch it all. It was too long, and I'm not into sitting there watching all of that. But he could have started it himself, you know. Uni is taking KJ's side because 100% he's mad at Steve McGray. I went back and listened to some of the old YouTube videos, and Uni says the exact same thing back then about KJ. Yeah. The explanation I heard was strange on the topics need to be on that other channel. Why not just get another channel if people like that and they will follow? That's what I said. I don't understand how that he didn't. If he knew and he had all that ability, why didn't he just start another one? And that's the only thing that sort of stuck in my head about the whole thing. And I didn't watch the whole thing, but about the bits I watched was like, oh, well, why didn't he? That actually makes sense. If he knew all about it, why didn't he? Uni doesn't care about any blow to anyone. He cares about himself. Yeah. He had a lot of Snapchat, super chats last night. Yes, Kyle said Steve is an attitude. We're starting to cause the show to go downhill. That's why he cut him down to 3 times a week. See, that would make sense as well. I'm listening to all sides to make comment, and then I'll get blocked. Yeah, I would definitely go to like watch them all, and then you can make your own judgments. And your judgments doesn't have to agree with my judgments or with anyone's judgments because they're yours, you know. Ask KJ afterwards was going okay till she brought up LB saying that Uni said that the drugs in the car was powder from Colombia. My God, they really are. They need to stop. It's crazy. Absolutely insane, like, and it's just cruelty at this point. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Leslie has older children that are quite capable of going on their phone onto YouTube and could potentially hear all these things that they're saying about her. You know, no child should listen to that kind of crap about their mum. They shouldn't. KJ called her a lol cow. Whatever. I can't stand KJ. Wish LB would send her a cease and desist. My lord, Uni's rude about it. Uni's rude about anybody he's gone in with. You look back at when he was on at KJ, he was rude about her. Look back when he was on about Steve, he was rude about her. Look back when he was on about me, he was rude about me. He can't do it or say anything without that being mean, nasty and degrading. He can't. I can't wait for LB's court case. That will shut them up. Exactly. I watch everyone but Uni, but I only knows. Oh, and Katie gets on my nerves by 15 minutes. I can't even watch Katie. I'm pretty sure that convo about the powder in the car was in a private convo. He never said that in live. I watched his whole show, all his shows. Uni kicked me from his chat for stating that Steve could go to prison and apologize for his own. Oh Lord. Did you watch the live last night? No. Did you all watch her live last night? No. I don't even hate watch Katie anymore because it's just too much. But I did appreciate the bits that I saw, and I liked that he sort of took responsibility as well, like for the stuff that he did. Like I said, I'm not going to go back on what I've said. I do think that he should have paid Steve. If anyone does a job, they deserve to be paid. And whether, you know, it's a shitty job so he cuts the money down a little bit, then so be it. But still a job that should have been paid. Leslie is 100% real. What you see is what you get with Leslie. It baffles me that others think of her as anything but real and human. I agree, April. It really does break my heart because, like, honestly, she is the most loving person ever. Like, she really is sweet. She's just, I don't know, and but they're just going to look for the bad in everyone. I don't necessarily think it's just Leslie that they're going to look the bad. It's whoever they're picking on at the time, you know. I just hope that sooner or later they're going to get bored of Leslie and leave her alone. Yeah, he said that Steve wanted cash. And to be honest, T, I wouldn't have paid him cash either. I would never trust anyone to pay him cash. You need receipts. If you need, like, I would have sent it to his PayPal and said, sorry mate, I'm not paying you cash. I would not take cash to pay somebody. I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't. I watched some of the stream with Kyle. At least he was decent looking. Made it a little easier to watch. Yeah, he's not a bad looking guy actually. I kind of agree with that. He's not my type, but he's not even a bad guy either. He's not a bad guy to watch. I think KJ is jealous. Jealousy is showing. She says she's not obsessed with Leslie. She's so obsessed with Net. Like, literally, she is so obsessed with her. It's crazy. Dove Kitty, exactly right. And Leslie hasn't spoken to KJ or called her names. And she's not going to. That's not the type of person she is. They're going to continue until somebody pisses off the KJ, either LB or her husband, and then get your popcorn because it's going to be a show. There are three sides to every story. One side, the other side, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth. I always say that, Cindy. That's one of my favourite sayings. I say that all the time. There's three sides to every story. Your side, their side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. And he did say he paid Bullinator, which everyone says he never paid. That's true, actually. No, yeah, that is true. Because he said he didn't. Steve paid him. But that's so not true. Yeah, that's true. Whenever things die down, KJ still brings Leslie up because that's where the views come from. She just won't stop. Putting shot popcorn on the list now. Yeah. It's just crazy. I just want it all to just go away, guys. Honest to God, I do. It's just so much, and I know, like, everyone's had enough, not just me, do you know what I mean? But it's just, there's a certain, like, clique, maybe, 5 to 10 people that don't want to let it go, that are going to keep going and keep going and keep going, but that's fine. I'm not going to respond to anything. Like, obviously we're talking about this now because it was last night with the interview, but well, in Steve's world there's one truth, his. That's true. She's scared of Leslie. I think when Leslie comes back, I think she's just going to pick up where she left off, and she's going to have her followers, she's going to have everything. It's best to be ignored. Yep, I agree. I still say what I've always said. Lock them in a room and turn the live stream on and fight. Fake people are jealous of genuine people. True. True, Leslie is just like everyone else who criticizes her, who can't tell that any of them have never misspoke or made a mistake in their lives. And this is what I was saying yesterday, guys. For me, just in these couple of weeks of me doing YouTube, I've made a lot of mistakes. Some of them I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? I've made a lot of mistakes. We are all human, and the thing that they're sort of clenching onto is Leslie saying about the Munchausens, and her saying, because you bloody do. What did she do that next day? She went and apologized. She was like, I'm sorry. It was in anger, it was frustration, and she apologized straight away. But they still want to bring that back up. They still want to throw that in her face. Yes, she said she was done, but then she said that Leslie accused her of setting her up. I never heard Leslie say anything about Katie Monday night in her live stream. She didn't say a word. She didn't. Everyone just needs to be careful who they trust. Flip-flops cannot be trusted. I agree. And to be honest, at this point, it really doesn't matter, because nobody's saying, like, nobody this side, like you guys, me, Leslie, all of them people who support Leslie are really not involved. Like, they don't get involved. Like, I was probably more involved, I will admit that, but that was one of my mistakes that I made, and I brought the drama because I wanted to stick up for my friend. Not that I regret it, because I would do it again, but I would probably do it a bit differently. She apologized right away. Exactly, she did. But yeah, so that interview, it was, from what I've seen, I will try and watch it all, guys, but I'm not guaranteeing it, to be fair. It was a long ass stream. I did watch bits though. I kept sort of watching bits and going off and going back and watching bits more, so I probably missed a shitload. But I do agree with what he was saying, that like he could start his own non sequitur if he knew what he was doing, but he doesn't. So I kind of agree with that. As far as the money, like, I get it. I wouldn't have wanted to pay him cash either, but he should have just chucked it in the freaking bank or something for him. Joe, I have a question for you. Okay, shoot. You know I'm open to questions. And in Demi's chat, she was saying you make videos about her son. What about me, 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 me? Normal, standard. Standard. Laugh out loud, I don't have a side because I'm not in 4th grade. Elizabeth, I love it. That's brilliant. I literally just said this morning, I literally feel like I'm in damn high school. Like, all trying to get this like old man's attention. Is oh no, I'm still not putting on gloves and cutting okra for anyone to ruin my gumbo. You're nuts. Should we really think there are random people out there? Yeah. What happens between you and Steve? Because I like you both. And that's fine, hun. That's perfectly fine. Steve, I didn't like the way he treated Leslie. And that's just from my opinion. That's not Leslie's views on the matter. That's not anyone else's views. You can go and listen to how Leslie feels about it. This is just mine. He doesn't like me being so opinionated. He thinks I'm dumb and stupid and a non-critical thinker, but because I won't run with what he's selling, basically. Steve was two-faced. I know Jackal, she's so pathetic. Elizabeth F, best chat comment. I'm not in 4th grade. Right, April, wasn't that a really good comment? I'm so gonna steal that comment. I'm stealing your comment. Yeah. And Charlotte is perfectly fine, babe, because there's lots of people in my chat that goes into all of the chats. They go either to Uni or KJ or Steve. And like you said, I'm not in 4th grade. I don't need anyone to go, well, I'm going to be friends with Joe, so I'm not going to be friends with Joe Blogs down the road, you know? I'm glad you stuck to your guns, Joe. Thanks, Fee. It's just not worth it. And actually, if somebody can let me know how I close Twitter down, I would really appreciate it. Because I haven't got a freaking clue. Maybe it is gonna. Will have to be the next tease. Yeah, I'll have to put it on the next t-shirt. That would be funny. Next shirt. I'm not picking sides. I'm not in 4th grade. I love that. That's brilliant. I might edit one of them today and put that on there. Because that was brill. None of us talk for Leslie, Flossie. We can just say how we feel about things for an external perspective. I agree. And that's all we can do. I'm not going to, or will I? Why don't that means they got for you? Twitter is that. Yeah, I just want to close it down. It's just a complete shit show and I can't figure out how to do it. Maybe if I uninstall the app, would that work? That could work, couldn't it, if I just uninstalled the app? It's just literally, it's just never ending, like really, really never ending. And when like other things and other people and family and stuff like that is involved in it, that's not okay by me, and that will never be okay by me. Kill them with kindness. I'm just not going to say anything to them. That's, I think, Fee, to be honest, I'm just literally just going to be like, I'll check back later. Bye, Kurt. I'm just going to not reply and not come back and not clap back with anything. I'm just not. Like, we're talking about it now because of the interview and everybody wanted to know my opinion on it. And I'm going to stick with my opinion because I do believe Steve should have got paid. I also believe, like, that he shouldn't have paid him cash. I agree with him there. You know, don't pay anybody cash. Like, geez, that's not good for you. That's not good for anyone. I agree with Jackal. Joe worries about others more than herself. I really do. I do. And I do worry that, like, other people are getting, like, crap for something that I've done or I've said, you know? Or just don't even say a word. You know you're fighting with the significant others and you don't say a word back. It pisses them off more than anything. I haven't clapped back on any of them for, like, when did I say, 2 days ago? Yeah, I haven't said a word since, and I'm not going to either. I stole it from someone else. Good, we're stealing it from you now. Yeah. We're just gonna try and rise above it. We don't need the hassle. We can just have fun and have these kind of chats, and you're all obviously still entitled to ask me questions. You know I will always try and answer them. You need to stream tomorrow a lot to keep my entertained. My son has under testing under anesthetic tomorrow, very early, snowy roads. Prayers appreciated. He's grown, but it's still his ride or die, mama. Yeah, can everyone just send some healing prayers and thoughts to bees, please, guys? I agree. My baby is 26 and she's still my baby. Lots of prayers to you. And I will stream tomorrow. That's no problem. We will keep you occupied and we will keep your mind occupied. And we will pray for you. And send you some nice, positive, healthy vibes. For sure. Yeah, I can do some in the morning. I know my early morning is your early morning. His name is Cody. Lots of prayers for Cody, guys. Send lots of love and lots of prayers. Cody has this, definitely. Hope everything goes well. You'll be in all our prayers, bees, for Cody. Central time in the US. So that would be a sort of like 1 my time. So I can go on about then, no problem. That will be no problem. We will keep you all entertained and busy. For sure. A happy girl. I'm just curious, did it hurt your feelings, Leslie? Did not stick up for you with the Steve situation? I feel like she is being very careful with her words when talking about Steve. No hate, just curious. No, I didn't hurt my feelings. I don't need I don't need Net to stick up for me in any shape or form. We know our friendship, and if she had an issue with me or with something I'd done, trust me, I'm the first to know about it. You know? Just because things are not public and she doesn't have a go at me in public or praise me in public doesn't mean that she's not doing it behind the scenes, you know? If I do something wrong, trust me, and I say something wrong, she will tell me. So no, it didn't hurt my feelings. And I don't blame her watching her words either, to be honest. I wouldn't want her to get crap for me. She gets enough crap for me as it is. So no, it didn't hurt my feelings. Okay, fair. Yeah. Like a few people who I talk to on a regular basis, Happy, didn't agree with my video I did about Steve. They didn't agree. They were like, oh my God, Joe, as soon as you started, I was like, holy shit. And they knew what I was going to say. They knew I was pissed off. They knew I was going to say something wrong. And they told me, but people don't, like, friends who I consider friends don't need to publicly shame me or publicly praise me. Does that make sense? They can do it. And I know Leslie has said the same on her streams. Like, you know, if she got an issue with me, she will come and tell me. And, you know, she has done. But I appreciate your question. And I appreciate you being nice asking it. I really appreciate that. Everything is taken and twisted, so I don't blame anyone watching what they say. I agree. I agree. And that's what I just said. I don't blame her watching her words, because everything is being twisted left, right, and center right now. So, yeah, I know whatsoever. And she's not a confrontational person. It's not who she is. We all know that. There are different people, different options, different personalities. You almost have to be careful on what's your words on public forums. Yeah. Yes, makes sense. Thank you for responding to my question. You're so welcome. Thank you for asking it nicely. I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree, JB. There are, you know, and how many times do I say it? You know, if we all had the same opinion, how boring would this world be? You know, it would be such a boring place to live. Everyone being agreeing and everyone having the same opinions, and oh Lord, it would be just like so bad. And it's nice for everybody to have difference of opinions. Happy girl, Joe will always answer questions. If I can, I will definitely always try to answer them as honestly as I can. Sometimes I don't know the answer and I'll just say I don't know. But if I can answer it, I will answer it in the best of my ability. And I appreciate the way Happy this, like, hey, but just asked the question. She was curious and she asked the question, and she did it really nice. And I will always try. He's not doing well. He has been having double scope both ends, thinking Crohn's, so disease, possibly cancer. Oh God, don't say the C word. Crohn's is, my grandpa had Crohn's, and oh my God, Crohn's is awful. But you can take, you used to have to take lots of tablets like after and before eating to try and line the belly a little bit. Yeah, we'll all send lots of prayers for you. Everyone in here can agree to disagree. We are all adults. And we're not in 4th grade. I'm stealing that one. Yeah, we're all here for you, B. Try not to let your mind wander to the worst case scenarios. Prayers and positive thoughts, wishing you the best. That's true, actually, Jamie. Yeah, it's really hard to not think of the worst sometimes when you're going through something. I know we've been there and we've done it, and everyone I think has done it. But if we can try and just sort of try and think of the best case scenario rather than the worst. And it's super hard, I get it. Sorry, phone. That's all right, babe. We're just gossiping. We're just having a little catch up, a little goss. I have it, so does my older brother, and his younger brother has it. Bowel cancer at 15. Wow. Bees, that's a lot to deal with, mate. That's why I like this channel, Jackal. Thanks, love. Especially when it's your kid. I agree. Like you all know, I think I've spoken about it before. My daughter has something called HSP, and it's a hereditary disease, and it's a progressive disease, so she will get worse as time goes on. So she could possibly be in a wheelchair by the time she's 30. It might be 40, it might be 50. There's no sort of time span. But if sort of she broke her arm, she couldn't have it in plaster because the muscle in her arm would just deteriorate if she didn't use it. So yeah, I always think of the worst with my kid. She I'll have to show you all the pictures. I'll try and find it and put it on the group for you. But she fell and she broke her elbow. Holy crap, the bruise that was on there was horrific. I'm supposed to be working and distracting myself. I'm so bad and lazy. I wanted to take the dog up the walkway, babe, but
I think we've still got a picture somewhere.
yeah, we have still got the picture somewhere. Oh, Joe, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, she's it's called I'll try and put it over for you. Let me try and find what. So it's HSP is hereditary spasticity paraplegia. So that just basically means because it's a deteriorating illness, it will eventually sort of restrict her mobility. Her walking, like mine, is horrific. Like, it's so bad. The pain that we get in our legs, like, is just through the roof. Oh yeah, 100%. I agree. It is. It's a really we don't know the number because with HSP it goes to it's a number, so like it'll be HSP 39, HSP 13, so you kind of don't know we don't know which one it is because her biological sperm donor won't do the test, so we can't find out which one it is. I was wheelchair bound for 6 years till brain surgery. I had EDS and carrier malformation. My son was actually born without an anus. He had over 100 surgeries. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, B. You've really run through the mill, man, haven't you? I'm so sorry. God, you really have been through it, girl. Well, we're all here for you, and we are all literally like gonna pray for you and send lots of love. And yeah, it's really so sorry for you and your family are going through such bad health issues. Support my beer fund. What are you doing? He can't help himself, can he? He's so bad. Support my beer fund. Was having a laugh. You don't even drink beer that often. Oh Lord. I think you are very strong, bees. I agree. My heart goes out to you, bee. I agree. I think you are incredibly strong. I think when things like that happen, though, you tend to be way more stronger because you're having to deal with so much more, you know. He's actually 30 now, living with a colostomy, but just had his first baby with his wife. Aww. You have to show us pictures. Do you even ever drink beer? Jamie, he does, but it's more like one bottle of beer, like during tea or something, during food. It's very rarely. He doesn't like get drunk. It's more of a thing. Beers in the fridge. Yeah, he has sort of one when we have like spaghetti bolognese or something like that. He'll have a beer. Hi Luna, that's okay, babe. We're not stopping long. We were just having a little catch up. I'll come back later and we'll do another stream later on. I'm gonna take the dog and do a video for you guys. The school run, the dreaded school run. Yeah, I'm gonna go up the walkway and take the dog out, put wellies on, and before it gets dark. My bro used to say a pork chop in each can. That's true. He literally likes having a beer or two when we have food, but it's not something that we do very often. We've got a bottle of gin that haven't even been opened yet. We were supposed to be having during freaking Christmas, and we didn't even bother. Bye guys. See you later, Luna. Enjoy the school run. Be careful. Is Tracy here? I don't think so. Tracy's normally in work around this sort of time. She's normally on later with us. My little crouch potato. She's so funny. So we're over the hour mark. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna try and do a video of the walkway for you and show you the area around here, and I will come back later. I will do another live later and we'll catch up, and I will see you all then. Bye. Bye guys, thanks for joining me, appreciate it. Bye guys.